Hello everybody. Welcome to story time from Miss Shirley's home. I think it's story time number 7. Today I thought we might read some books about science because science is very important in today's world, right? But first let's do our opening song. We make the sign for hello and we make the sign for friends and we sing hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to read a book. Nice. Okay, so scientists help us solve problems, right? And scientists are curious and they ask questions and they say, I wonder what would happen if something. Like, I wonder what would happen if I tried mixing this and this. Maybe I could figure out how to solve this sickness that's going around. Maybe we really need scientists to help us solve the sickness that's going around, right? So they're very important people. Anyway, here's a book about Cece, who loves science.
You didn't say the visitors.
I'm sorry, I didn't say what?
The visitors.
Oh, I forgot to mention that I still have my visitor. You want to stand up here and show your face for a second? My very special visitor, Adeline, is still here. Yes, so she's going to do story time with us. Yes. All right, the first book is Cece Loves Science by Kimberly Derting and Sheila Johannes, and the illustrations are by Vashti Harrison. Okay, Cece Loves Science. Cece loved to ask questions. Her mother said her first word was, why? Her father said it was, how? But her favorite question was, what if? You would make a great scientist, Cece, said her teacher, Ms. Curie, because science is all about asking questions. Do fish ever get thirsty? Cece wanted to know. They do, said Ms. Curie. Do hummingbirds really hum? The sound comes from their wings, said Ms. Curie, when their wings are making that fluttering sound. What if we all jumped at the same time? Would the earth move? Good question, said Ms. Curie. I think we should investigate.
What's that?
That means try to figure it out. Look into it. Ms. Curie told Cece and her friends about famous scientists from history, such as Caroline Herschel, Thomas Edison, George Washington Carver, and Jane Goodall. Geology, biology, entomology. Ology means the study of. She also introduced them to many different sciences. Geology is the study of the earth, because ology means study of, and geo has to do with the earth. Biology is the study of living things, like people. And entomology is the study of insects. One day, Ms. Curie told everyone to pair up. For our next project, I'd like you to pick a science you are curious about and come up with a question to investigate, she said. Cece and her best friend Isaac were a team. They both love zoology, which is the study of animals. Now they just needed to think of an interesting question. First, they brainstormed a bunch of ideas. Science is all about possibilities. Is a bear ticklish? Cece asked. Do we really want to find out? Asked Isaac. I wouldn't want to go try tickle a bear, would you? Blah! Do pigs know when they are smelly? Cece asked. Only a pig can answer that, Isaac said. Keep thinking, said Ms. Curie. A scientist thinks outside the box and never, ever gives up.
Or throw up.
Or throws up. Maybe they do sometimes. That night at dinner, Cece was explaining the project to her parents when her dog, Einstein, jumped up and started eating the food right off her plate. "Einstein, down," said Cece's mother. Cece giggled. Her plate was licked clean, except for the broccoli. "Look what Einstein did," she said. "I guess neither of you likes your veggies," her dad said, laughing. This observation gave Cece a great idea. Einstein could be their science project. Cece called Isaac. "I've got it. Let's find out if dogs eat vegetables." "Cool," said Isaac. Cece couldn't wait to get started. What do you think? Do you think dogs like vegetables? I don't know. The next day after school, Cece and Isaac headed straight to Cece's lab to work on their project. Here's Ms. Curie's science project worksheet. So their science is zoology, the study of animals, the brainstorm ideas. Question, what is your question? Do dogs eat vegetables? Your test subject.
I have to check something really fast.
Oh, you can't leave now because it's taping. Dogs related to the wolf. List some fun facts about your subject. Einstein named after Albert Einstein, whose weight was 40 pounds. The dog weighs 40 pounds. Color is gray, eyes are brown. So they're describing their subject. "What do we do first?" asked Isaac. "Let's observe our subject," said Cece. So they're going to observe. They're going to watch. Observation. Doggy treats guarantee 100% participation, said Cece. "Excellent data," said Isaac. "So if they give the dog a treat, he always eats it." So that's their first observation. Isaac and Cece watched Einstein eat. They watched Einstein drink. They even watched Einstein sleep. Sometimes science was all about waiting and waiting and waiting for something really cool to happen. From our observations, we know that Einstein loves to eat kibble and doggy treats, said Cece. "Now we need to investigate our question," said Isaac. "Do dogs eat vegetables?" "I already know Einstein doesn't like broccoli," said Cece, "and I don't either," she said. "We like broccoli, don't we?" "Let's test some different veggies," said Isaac. "It's experiment time," said Cece. "Finally!" Now they're going to do an experiment. See what the dog will eat. Whoa. Cece and Isaac tried carrots, beans, cucumbers. Einstein turned up his nose at every one. "What if we disguise the vegetables with bacon and ketchup?" Isaac asked. This time Einstein was interested. He ate the bacon and licked the ketchup off the vegetables. "That means he likes bacon and ketchup," said Cece. Of course, they already knew that, probably, right? "What if we just mix up vegetables with his kibble?" asked Isaac. "I bet he won't even know the difference," said Cece.
Hey, that face is
Yeah. Einstein ate all his kibble, but he left the vegetables in the bottom of his bowl. "Einstein might not eat vegetables, but he sure is smart," said Cece. Even when they mix them together, he figures it out. Cece gave Einstein a treat and rubbed his ears. "Good boy," she said. She looked at Isaac and shrugged. "Now what?" "We're supposed to interpret our data," said Isaac. "Einstein definitely loves to eat," said Cece. "He sure doesn't like broccoli," said Isaac. "He doesn't like any vegetables," said Cece. "Not even if we cover them in bacon and ketchup," said Isaac. "I guess Einstein is a picky eater," said Cece. So that's what they've discovered so far. Let's see. That night at dinner, Cece was so disappointed. She didn't even finish her dessert. "Maybe I'm not a real scientist after all," she said. "Our project was boring." "I thought you asked a great question," her dad said. Einstein put his paws on the table and sniffed Cece's banana split. That banana split is banana with ice cream and chocolate sauce and whipped cream. "Einstein," Cece giggled. "Naughty puppy." Her mother laughed and pulled Einstein away. He may not eat veggies, she said, but he sure likes bananas. That's when Cece remembered something Ms. Curie always said. Scientists think outside the box. What if we create a secret recipe using bananas? She asked. Cece and Isaac rushed home after school and mixed together carrots, beans, cucumbers, and bananas in a blender. Sort of like a smoothie, right? Are those still veggies? Asked Isaac. Yep, said Cece. They're just in a different form. Gross, said Isaac, wrinkling his nose. Cece poured the mixture into Einstein's bowl. How about a special smoothie? She asked, patting his head. At first, Einstein looked confused. He circled the bowl. He sniffed the bowl. Then he got down on his belly and wagged his tail. And then he slurped the entire thing. Huh. Look, he loves it, said Isaac. In science, not all results are totally predictable. Einstein does eat vegetables when we mix them with bananas, added Cece. Who would have thought? And that's when Cece made the most extraordinary observation of all. Science isn't just about asking questions. Real scientists have fun finding answers, too. And here's their report about whether dogs will eat vegetables. And then in the back of the book, there's some science facts about some famous scientists and about some other facts. Okay, the end.
This one.
Yeah, we'll do that one too. So I thought today we might read just 2 books and then maybe we'll do a couple of experiments. Is that okay? We'll do some science experiments. Of course, we also have to sing Zoom Zoom, right? We'll do that after this book. Shall we do that? Okay.
Before we do the science.
Yeah, before we do the experiments. Okay, this book is called another book. This is another book about Cece by the same authors. Cece loves science and adventure. I bet you guys like to go on adventures, right?
I like to go to the museum because.
You like to go where?
To museums.
To museums. Yeah, but the sickness means you can't right now. Adeline likes to go to museums, but right now we can't, of course, because of the sickness going around. Yes, and we like to go hiking. Sometimes those can be adventures, right? And sometimes just walking in the neighborhood can be an adventure because you might find some pretty stones. You might find some beautiful birds. You never know.
Never know.
You never know. Cece loved being an adventure girl almost as much as she loved science. She couldn't wait to earn her camping pin. There was so much science she could explore in nature. In the past, Cece had run into trouble earning her Adventure Girl pins. The sewing challenge had her in stitches. She had trouble with that one. The jewelry activity tangled her in knots. She had trouble with that one too. And the dance lessons totally tripped her up. But this time, Cece could finally put science to work. Cece packed everything on the checklist. It says Adventure Girls Camping Checklist. First aid kit. We always should have that if we're going on an adventure. Sunscreen, bug spray, water bottle. It's always good to stay hydrated. And a rain poncho because she's going away from her home on an adventure, I guess.
I need some water.
Yeah, in a bit. Then she remembered what her science teacher, Ms. Curie, said. Real scientists are always prepared. So Cece packed a few extra things just in case. Binoculars, notebook, pencils, camera, compass, chocolate, graham crackers, marshmallows, an animal tracking guide, and twine. I think I'd always pack chocolate too. Cece's friends, Daisy and Caroline, were adventure girls too. Cece's mother was the group leader, and Cece's dog, Einstein, was their unofficial mascot. When Cece's mother saw Cece's heavy bag, she smiled. Looks like you had an extra checklist. It's good to be prepared, said Cece. Wait, we need one more thing. Sweet, cheered Caroline and Daisy. Have you ever had s'mores? Do you know what those are?
No.
Where you have graham cracker and chocolate and melted marshmallow. You probably just don't remember. Yeah. Adventure Girls Camping Pin Worksheet. Plan your adventure and pack. Next, set up your campsite. Next, go on a nature hike with friends. Then make a list of different plants and animals you find. Make a map of your wilderness route. Have fun. Make tons of s'mores. When the Adventure Girls reached the campground, Cece's mother handed them the camping pin worksheets. Cece read the next task out loud. Set up your campsite. Putting up this tent will be a breeze, Cece whispered to Einstein. But the wind did not agree. The Adventure Girls worked together as a team. Look at all these. Finally, they had built a home away from home. I think you've earned a snack, said Cece's mom. Einstein gets one too. Sometimes it can take a while to set up a tent. They can be tricky. Caroline looked at her worksheet. Time to go on a nature hike, she said. Daisy smiled. This is the fun part. I'll take pictures to track our route, said Cece, grabbing her digital camera. The Adventure Girls headed into the wilderness. Daisy found the perfect hiking stick. Caroline picked flowers, and Einstein led the pack. There they go. Cece took pictures of landmarks along the trail. A twisty oak tree, a dry riverbed, and a fork in the path. She also took one of a huge boulder that looked like a gnome with a mossy beard. Looks like she also took some selfies, huh? All of a sudden, the sky grew darker. Uh-oh, said Daisy. I hope it doesn't rain, said Caroline. It's okay, Adventure Girls, said Cece's mom. Don't worry. Oh, there are 3 types of clouds. Cirrus, which are wispy, and stratus, which are streaky, and cumulus, which are puffy. But Cece wasn't so sure. She studied the gray clouds and remembered what she'd learned about weather during Ms. Curie's meteorology lesson. Mom, she said, I think a storm is coming. The wind picked up and thunder boomed in the distance. Boom! Cece, you might be right, said her mom. Maybe the storm is far away, said Daisy. How can we tell? Asked Caroline. Cece knew science could solve almost any problem. She told her friends about a trick Ms. Curie had taught her. If we see lightning, we count the seconds until we hear thunder. Every 5 seconds equals 1 mile. Just then, lightning flashed across the sky. Daisy looked at her watch, and they started counting. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. When they reached 20, thunder rumbled again. That means the storm is still 4 miles away, Cece said. When thunder roars, go indoors, said Cece's mom. We'd better head back to camp. Cece's mom tried to map the route on her phone. My GPS isn't working, she said. Maybe it's the storm, said Daisy. I know, said Cece, holding up her camera. We can be detectives and use my pictures to make a map. Cece got a notebook and pencils from her backpack. The Adventure Girls drew a map and marked the spot where they thought their campsite would be. That's pretty smart thinking. Suddenly it started to pour. Oh no, yelled Daisy, we're getting soaked. We need to find someplace dry, said Cece's mom. I know, we can build a shelter, said Cece. Our rain ponchos can be the roof, said Caroline. Daisy, let's use your walking stick as a tent pole, said Cece. Soon the Adventure Girls had built a shelter. They climbed inside and huddled together to stay dry. Once the storm had passed, Cece's mom said, time to go. How long will it take? Daisy asked. I'm hungry. How far is it? Caroline asked. I'm tired. We can easily figure it out, said Cece. She showed them the photo of the twisty oak tree. That was really close to camp, said Daisy. The timestamp says 1 o'clock, said Caroline. Cece pulled up their group picture. Look, this one was taken at 1:45. Caroline pointed to the gnome rock, and we took it right there. So if we subtract 1 o'clock from 1:45, that means we're about 45 minutes away from camp, said Cece. That's not far at all, said Daisy. S'mores, here we come, said Caroline. They did a little arithmetic, a little math, and they figured out how far they had to go. 45 minutes later, the adventure girls arrived at their camp, ready to eat. But when Cece looked inside the tent, she found an empty marshmallow bag. Einstein, Cece's mom scolded. Mom, I don't think it was Einstein, said Cece, pointing to tracks in the mud. Look, something stole our snack, said Caroline. That means there's no s'more for us, said Daisy. Cece held up the graham crackers and said, and the chocolate bars. We'll just have to make chocolate sandwiches, she said. The adventure girls did a great job today, said Cece's mom. You all definitely earned your camping pins. And because you solved problems using science, technology, like their camera, engineering, and math, I'm awarding you STEM pins too, even Einstein. Hooray, cheered Cece. Science rules. Daisy and Caroline hugged Cece. You saved the day, said Daisy. Thanks, Cece, said Caroline. Cece's mom smiled. Since you worked so well together, I'm also giving you a special pin, she said, for teamwork. Cece smiled. Solving problems is always easier when you have a super team. It's always good to work together, isn't it? Let's do a little zoom, and then let's do a couple experiments, shall we? You guys ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! You know what? Scientists are the ones who helped us get to the moon in the first place, right? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Okay, good job. Thanks for listening to those 2 books. I would like to be reading some more books, but let's do a little bit of an experiment here. Let's think about rain. And why does it rain? Have you ever wondered about that? So let's make a cloud. This will be our Earth, right? And we'll make a cloud. Whoops, here. We'll make a cloud. And then we'll put what up in the sky, there's moisture or water, and the moisture gets into the cloud. It accumulates in the clouds, right? And then when the clouds get really heavy, they have to let go of some of that moisture, and it comes out of the clouds. So we're going to try making a cloud and then collecting a little bit of water in the cloud. And I made the water different colors so you can actually see it. All right. Woo! There we go. Now, let's see. We'll start by, the cloud is just traveling along, picking up rain, picking up water. The cloud is still holding the water, right? No problem. Picking up water, picking up water. Cloud's getting a little heavy. Picking up more water, picking up more water, picking up more water. Picking up water. Cloud is collecting water. It's kind of a pretty. I was trying not to get the cloud into the water, but it happened. It's picking it. Is it raining yet down there on the earth? Nope, the cloud is still collecting all that water. Oh, I think the cloud's getting a little heavy. Is it getting a little heavy? Is it starting to rain? I think a storm is coming. I think a storm is coming. Oh. Do I hear some thunder? Thunder and lightning? Oh, I think it's coming down. It's starting to rain. Can you guys see all the colors coming down? See the rain starting? Oh. The cloud is. Oh, look at all that rain coming down. Woo. There it comes. Might be hard to see in the camera, but the cloud got too heavy and it had to let some of that water out and it turned into rain. Look at that. Let me see if I can hold it. Oh boy. I'll see if I can hold it close to the camera so you can see. There we go. Can you see the rain coming down? Want to check and see if they can see it? Does it show?
Yes.
Good. Excellent. Good. Okay. So that's what happens up in the sky, right? When the cloud gets heavy. Let's do a couple other. Can you sit down, please? Whoops. I dropped some colored water on your chair. There you go. Let's do a couple other little things. What happens when it's been raining and then the sun comes out? What happens then? Oop. Let me see which one is which here. I think this one's this one. What happens when it's been raining? And sit down, honey, so they can see. And the sun comes out. Sometimes, let's see, do you guys see my black lines that are in the shape of a rainbow? Let's see what happens if we put this. Oh! Isn't that beautiful? Look what happened. Can you guys see it? Here, sit down so the camera can see it. Oh, look at that. We made a rainbow. Isn't that beautiful?
It's getting darker.
Now the other stuff is soaking in. Let's try one other experiment here. Here's another black rainbow shape. So some scientists actually do a lot of work, especially chemists, they do a lot of work with color. And they use color to...
I think it's storming.
Oh, it's storming now, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Woo! They use color to see what different chemicals are made of. So, we're going to do a little color. We're going to kind of drip some water on these rainbows here and see what on these rainbow black stripes and see what happens. What's happening here? Do we have any rainbow coming out? Can you sit down so the kids can see on the camera? Thank you. There we go. Woo! Do you guys know what color, the order of the colors of a rainbow? First is red, right? And then orange. Red, orange. And then yellow. Sit down, thanks. Red, orange, yellow. What comes next? Does anybody know?
Blue.
almost, actually first it looks like it's blue. It's supposed to be green. Is it going to come out green, sort of? Green. It's kind of the green looks a little bluish, doesn't it? Sometimes that's what a rainbow looks like. It kind of blends together, right? After green, then you can see the blue coming, right? Can you sit down so they can see? Look at that. And then indigo and violets, kind of a purplish, right? Woo! All I'm doing is putting water on there, but then there was color underneath the marker, and underneath the black lines there was color, and the color is bleeding out into the paper towel, doing a little chemistry. Aren't those beautiful? Well, thanks for sharing a science-y story time with me today.
Is it done?
I think so. Does that sound good? We'll do our goodbye song.
No.
You wish there were more? Yeah? Okay.
We didn't put that in the water.
We didn't put that in the water? I don't know if there's more to do with that one. Oh, I just love this one. Isn't this beautiful? I just love that. And look, you guys notice Adeline's shirt is a rainbow colors today too. Let's leave it on the tray though for now. And let's sing our goodbye song, and then... Okay, just a minute. We'll sing our goodbye song, and then next week we'll be back with some more books. Next time we'll do more books. Okay. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Nice job. Thanks for coming. Enjoy.